All right, so let's dive in. Today we're looking at productivity and mindset,
Mhm.
all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But there's a twist.
Always a twist.
Always got to have a twist, right?
Right.
So we're actually looking at a conversation between two artists,
Oh, wow. Okay.
Hideki, a sculptor, and Mayumi. She calls herself an inspiration artist. And
Interesting combination.
yeah, and they do a daily live stream, and they talk about business.
That's kind of an unexpected pairing, right? Like artists
Yeah.
talking shop.
Yeah, you wouldn't really think of them as
Business gurus.
yeah, business gurus.
But hey,
But-
you never know.
Exactly. So we're going to see if they're creative,
Right.
minds bring something new to this whole productivity thing.
Yeah, what's their angle?
So Mayumi kicks things off by, talking about burnout.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, I am just so burnt out.
It's a common theme.
Right.
We all feel that.
She's always on the go. She's always scheduling things back to back.
Yeah, constantly on.
Constantly on, right?
Yeah.
And it's interesting because she actually had a friend warn her about this years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So she's been down this road before.
It got to the point where she actually quit her job
Wow.
because of it.
Hmm.
So you think she would have learned her lesson,
You would think.
but then fast forward to now years later, and the same friend is like, girl,
Yeah.
you are doing it again.
So she's falling back into the same patterns.
Same patterns, right?
I mean, it makes you wonder, like, who are those people in your life, right? That you actually listen to
Yes.
when they give you advice.
This is such a good point because, sometimes you have people around you and they just tell you what you want to hear.
Right.
And then you have those people that you really trust.
The real ones.
Yeah, and they're like, no.
Yeah, you need to fix this.
You need to look at this again. So it's really important
It's hard to hear sometimes.
to have those people.
But you need them,
That's right.
for sure.
Yeah. So Miyumi's facing this potential burnout again, and she's like, all right, I got to do something about this.
Take action.
So she decides to implement a no-work day on the 31st of every month.
So like a set day.
Just one day
Okay.
where she's like, I am not working.
That's interesting.
This is where the idea of deliberate rest comes in.
Yes, we always talk about the hustle.
A hustle.
No days off. Grind, grind, grind.
Yeah, you got to grind,
But what if, rest is the key
What if rest is the key?
to productivity?
Yeah, so by actually scheduling in this downtime,
Yeah.
she's prioritizing herself,
Right.
her well-being.
Yeah, and giving her brain a break.
I love that.
To just be.
Your space to just be.
To just be.
And it's funny because her co-host Hideki,
Mm-hmm.
he's like no days off.
Oh, the opposite.
Total opposite.
So he's grinding all the time.
All the time.
Which begs the question, is
Yeah.
that sustainable?
We have to wait and see, right?
Yeah, I mean, we all need a break, right?
I think so.
Maybe he's figured it out.
Maybe he has.
Maybe he's just built in little pockets of rest into his day.
Or maybe he's headed for a major
Crash.
crash, burnout.
Yeah.
But I think the key takeaway here is that there's no right or wrong answer.
Yeah.
It's about what works for you.
Self-awareness.
Knowing yourself.
Yes. Okay, now for the really interesting part.
Okay, let's hear it.
So Mayumi brings up this guy, Totsu-san.
Totsu-san. Okay.
He used to work for this big consulting firm, Funai Soken.
Oh, wow. Fancy.
Yeah, right. Big time.
Yeah.
And now he's independent.
Okay.
But get this. He comes across as kind of a goofball online,
Oh,
but he's giving serious business advice on our show.
interesting.
All right.
It's like you never know where you're going to find wisdom these days.
You don't judge a book by its cover.
Right. Like he might seem silly on the surface, but
Yeah.
maybe he's got some real gems to share.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
So what does this unexpected guru have to say?
Yeah, what's his deal?
He's talking about moon people.
Moon people? Moon people.
Okay.
And he's basically saying these are the people that are successful because they live in sync with natural laws.
That's interesting because there are actually ancient philosophies,
Oh, yeah.
like Taoism and Stoicism that talk about living in harmony with nature.
Yeah, like being in tune with the rhythms of the world.
Right. What if that's the key to unlocking some next level
It's next level success.
and well-being?
So how do we actually do that right
Right.
in our daily lives?
Yeah.
Well, he has some surprisingly simple advice.
Okay, my bad.
He's like, when you wake up, get up.
No snooze button.
No snooze button.
That's hard.
No lingering in bed.
That is hard.
I know, but think about it.
Yeah.
Like, how many times do you hit that snooze button?
Every day.
Right.
Pretty much.
Or you just lay there and scroll
Oh, yeah.
through your phone.
Guilty.
We're so used to fighting our natural sleep cycle.
It's true.
So even that small change of just Waking up when your body naturally wants to.
Could make a huge difference
I can see that.
in your energy and your focus.
And everything.
And Mayumi's trying to put this into practice.
Oh, really?
She's waking up a bit earlier than usual,
Good for her.
but she hasn't quite cracked that 5 a.m. rise and shine routine yet.
It's tough.
It is tough.
Baby steps.
Baby steps,
Yeah.
right? You got to start somewhere.
But what I like is that they're figuring things out as they go,
I like that.
just like us.
Yeah, it's relatable.
Right.
Yeah,
It's not like they have it all figured out.
not at all.
They're on this journey.
We're all on a journey.
It's like all of us.
Yeah,
You know?
I like that.
And it's cool how they bring in like all these different things like productivity hacks,
Yeah.
ancient wisdom, personal stories.
It's a good mix.
It is,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
It's like a whole new way of thinking about getting things done.
What I find interesting is how much they reflect on their own, like, practices.
Yeah.
You know, they're always, like, questioning what works, what doesn't. It's like they have this mindset of, like, continuous improvement.
Always evolving.
Yeah, yeah.
So Mayumi talks about how her schedule has kind of shifted now.
Okay. How so?
She's got more evening appointments,
Interesting.
which is weird because she used to like never schedule anything at night,
Yeah.
but now she's finding herself being more open to it.
So she's, like, adapting.
Adapting, right.
Yeah.
Things change, life changes.
Exactly. We're not static.
And your routines have to change too.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But she does say that like sometimes those late night collaborations,
Yeah.
they kind of leave her wired.
Oh, yeah.
Like she gets that adrenaline rush and then she can't sleep.
So it's about finding that balance,
Yeah.
right? Like between
Pushing yourself
pushing yourself
and honoring your natural rhythms.
yeah, what your body actually needs.
Which is tough.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
So then Hideki's like, well, why don't we move our live stream to like an earlier time?
Oh, that's interesting.
Because then maybe that will help both of us wake up earlier.
Yeah. There's that accountability factor.
Accountability, right.
Yeah. When you involve other people,
Yeah.
you're more likely to actually do it.
And you're putting it out there
Yeah.
publicly.
Exactly.
Like this is our goal.
Yeah.
And it's cool because they're both kind of drawn to this idea of like aligning with the sun.
Yeah.
You know, waking up with the sun,
It's a powerful image.
feeling more energized.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, like, what if that's all it takes?
Yeah. What if it's that simple?
Just shifting our schedules
a little shift.
to match the natural light
Yeah.
and darkness.
Could change everything.
Right.
Your productivity, creativity, well-being.
It's a cool thought.
Yeah, and what really stands out to me is like beyond the specifics, you know,
Yeah.
of like morning routines or moon stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's really about their mindset. Like
Yeah.
they're both so open to experimenting,
They are.
learning.
They're curious.
Yeah, and they're constantly like refining their approach.
It's growth mindset.
Total growth mindset. Like they believe they can always get better.
Always improve.
And I think that's really powerful
Yeah.
no matter what your goals are.
Exactly. So it's not just about like hacks and tricks and techniques.
It's deeper than that.
It's about your mindset.
It's the foundation.
Yes.
Curiosity, self-awareness, adaptability.
It's about finding what works for you,
Yeah, what feels right.
what helps you live a good life,
A good, productive life.
you know?
And it's funny because sometimes the best insights come from the most unexpected places. Like this goofy guy
Right.
giving business advice on a live stream.
Hosted by artists.
So what I thought.
Who'd have thought?
You never know.
Right.
But it reminds us to stay open
Yeah.
to new ideas, new
And
perspectives.
to learn from each other.
Always learning.
Always.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of unexpected wisdom,
Mm-hmm.
let's go back to Mayumi's story about her old CEO.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the one with the crazy morning routine?
The one who, like, cleaned his whole house every morning? Yeah, like, super meticulous.
Like, wow.
It's such a small detail, but I think it says a lot
Yeah.
about his mindset.
And priorities.
Yeah, he understood the importance of, like, creating a space.
A clear space.
Yeah, for clarity and focus.
It makes you think about like your own little rituals
Yeah, what are those things you do every day
that help you feel good.
that contribute to your well-being?
Yeah.
Maybe it's meditation. Maybe it's a walk.
Maybe it's just like tidying up your desk.
Yeah, anything that, like, sets you up for success.
The key is to do it consistently.
Yeah, make it a habit.
Even small actions over time
Can have a big impact.
can make a big difference.
For sure.
And as we like keep exploring this whole world
Mm-hmm.
of productivity and mindset,
Yeah.
it's important to remember
Oh,
that
right.
the best strategies are the ones that are personalized,
Right.
sustainable,
Mm-hmm.
and they work for you.
Aligned with your values.
Your goals.
It's not about, like, trying to be someone else
Right.
or following some strict set of rules. Find your own way.
It's about finding what helps you thrive.
what brings out your best self.
What makes you happy?
It's like success leaves clues.
Yeah.
You know, we can learn from people who have achieved what we want.
Observe them.
Yeah, their routines might not work for us.
But the principles behind them.
Right, the discipline, the intentionality.
Creating space for clarity.
Those things are universal.
Yeah, it's about taking those nuggets of wisdom
Yeah,
and adapting them to your own life.
making them your own.
Yes. Okay, so as we kind of wrap up this part
Mm-hmm.
of our deep dive into productivity and mindset
Yeah.
through the lens of these two artists,
What are some key takeaways?
what are some things our listeners should remember?
Okay, first of all,
Be open to wisdom from unexpected places.
don't dismiss someone just because they don't fit the mold.
You never know where that aha moment's going to come from.
Exactly.
Okay, number 2,
Deliberate rest.
deliberate rest.
It's so important.
It's not about being lazy.
It's about being strategic.
Yeah, it's essential for creativity.
And productivity.
And number 3,
Aligning with natural rhythms.
what if we're all just out of sync?
Yeah, what if that's the problem?
You know,
We become so disconnected from nature.
but by reconnecting,
Yeah.
maybe we can unlock a deeper sense of well-being.
And effectiveness.
Yeah, in everything we do.
Okay, so here's a final thought for our listeners to ponder.
Okay, I like it.
What if the key to greater productivity
Mm-hmm.
and fulfillment
Isn't it about pushing harder,
we're doing more?
but about aligning ourselves with the natural rhythms of life?
It's a powerful idea.
What if by slowing down,
Mm-hmm.
listening to our bodies,
Yeah.
we can actually achieve more with less effort
And feel more at peace.
and find more purpose?
It's definitely something to think about.
It is.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. We talk about all these like high-powered CEOs and their routines, but Mayumi actually brings up another example
Oh, yeah.
that I thought was really interesting.
Okay, what is it?
She mentions this friend of hers
Okay.
who starts his day by writing a novel
A novel. Wow.
for 3 hours.
3 hours.
Like, that's commitment.
I can barely get myself to write like a to-do list
Right.
in the morning, let alone a novel.
But imagine
Yeah.
the focus,
The discipline.
the discipline.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder if that kind of like creative energy
Yeah.
first thing in the morning
Right.
actually fuels his productivity in other areas.
It's like a rising tide lifts all boats.
Yeah.
Maybe by like nurturing that creative part of himself first
Yeah,
thing.
setting himself up for
Huh.
success.
It's a good reminder that productivity isn't just about like,
Yeah.
checking things off the list.
It's not just tasks.
It's about finding those things that you're passionate about and
Yeah.
making time for them.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into productivity and mindset,
Yeah.
what's like the one thing you want our listeners to remember?
I think it's just this idea that there's no right way to do it. We've heard about no work days, no days off, waking up with the sun, writing a novel for 3 hours.
All these different things.
It's about what works for you,
Yeah.
what resonates with your values,
What makes you feel good?
and what helps you create a life that you actually enjoy.
A life that feels productive and fulfilling.
Exactly.
So be willing to experiment,
Yeah.
learn from others,
Try new things.
and always be open
Yeah.
to new ideas.
You never know.
Because even a silly guy on the internet
Could have some wisdom to share.
could change your life.
You never know.
So to our listener out there, keep exploring, keep experimenting, and most importantly, keep that mindset of curiosity alive.
Curiosity is key.
You never know what amazing discoveries
Oh, wait,
are out there waiting for you on your own unique productivity journey.
your own path.
Your own path. That's right. And remember, the most important thing is to find what helps you shine your brightest.
That's it.
That's it. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Yeah, it's been fun.
We'll see you next time for another exploration of fascinating ideas and unexpected sources of wisdom.